Yes, good morning to all. Today we will discuss the basic concepts and thermodynamic vocabulary. First one, statistical thermodynamics and classical thermodynamics. Generally, thermodynamics are two types. One is statistical thermodynamics and classical thermodynamics. Before that, the term therm means heat, dynamics means power. Heat to power conversion means low grade energy to high grade energy conversion. The basic concept of thermodynamics, heat to power conversion. But later, all types of the heat interactions came under the tree of thermodynamics. We know refrigeration and air conditioning also under thermodynamics only. Just the history of thermodynamics, the first steam engine introduced at 1697, Thomas Savery, but it is not came in working form. After same family, 1712, Thomas Newcomen modified and steam engine, first steam engine came in the working form. But steam engine introduced at 17th century. But thermodynamics word first published in 1849 Lord Kelvin. Then after only this all heat to power interactions is came under the tree of thermodynamics. And first textbook is published uh, by the William Rankine 1859. We all know at present whatever the thermal power plants are running, all power plants the basic cycle is Rankine cycle. These are the father of thermodynamics, like that we are calling. Next, come to our main topic, statistical thermodynamics and classical thermodynamics. In statistical thermodynamics means suppose 1 kg mole of molecules occupy 6 into 10 power 26 number of molecules. 1 kg mole of any gas contains that many molecules. Now I want to study the behavior of the molecule. Each molecule have their degree of freedom. Maybe in vector algebra we are studying x, y, z, three-dimensional, have their different velocities. Then collision of the molecules will takes place. Then their velocities are changing molecule to molecule. Then in this thermodynamics, what we are doing, we are not studying entire molecules. Just 1 kg mole contain that many molecules means practically it is not possible to determine the properties in each molecule level. We are selecting some molecules particularly where the expecting the degree of freedom changes, maybe corner, center, like that, and we will study the velocities, we will study the property. Then after we are applying statistics, probability and statistics for determination of the total kg mole of the molecules. So here we are doing microscopic point of view, but we are not studying all molecules. We are selecting some particular molecules of group of molecules. Then after we are using statistics for calculating the property. So that's why it's called statistical thermodynamics or microscopic approach. It's a complex phenomena. Generally, for research level, laboratory level only they are studying for exact behavior of the molecules. But coming to the our thermodynamics, macroscopic approach or classical thermodynamics. In the classical thermodynamics, what we are doing, we all know. So I want to measure the temperature of room. Just I am placing one thermometer somewhere, 2 3 places, and average value I am taking. I am not measuring each molecule temperature. Suppose I want to measure the pressure of the vessel. What I am doing? We are moving puncture shop something. How they are measuring the pressure of the tube? One opening is their wall. There they are placing the this pressure gauge. This gas touching the diaphragm of the pressure gauge, the needle will change according to that. This much of pressure is there. We require 30. kg per cm square something, then they will fill the air. If excess is there, they will remove the air. We are assuming entire molecules are behaving same manner. May not. But the approximate value is coming nearer to realistic only. Some deviation is there. But it is easy to measure. The properties we can measure in easy manner. That's why generally in thermodynamics, whatever the thermodynamics we are studying is called classical thermodynamics. Whatever the approach we are using for this classical thermodynamics is macroscopic approach. It is clear. Now we are at a classical thermodynamics. Sorry. You can recall yourself whenever you are measuring the pressure, you are measuring temperature, how you are measuring. Molecular level, we are not using any microscope. Molecular level, we are not measuring. So our thermodynamics is the classical thermodynamics, no doubt at all. Then move to the basic definition, basic vocabulary. Because whatever the first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, third law of thermodynamics, we are applying on the system, thermodynamic system. Then what is system? The clear definition of the system, it is required. But generally we are using the system everywhere, then everywhere. The system is corrupted. System is good. What system? The police system is good. The medical system is corrupted. Like that we are using the word system is commonly. But what is system? That is important. So there you can see the concentration. Medical system corrupted means we concentrated on medical. Police system is good means we concentrate on police. So system means nothing. There is no defined shape, defined volume, or any defined objective, not like that. System means whatever we are considering for our observation. That's all. For my observation, whatever the mass or area or volume, whatever it may be, objective, and consideration for my observation, my study is called system. So there is no fixed shape and size. That's why I given a rough. So this is my system. In entire slide, this is only my system. I consider for my observations. So I apply first law of thermodynamics on system. This system only. I apply second law of thermodynamics in this system only. Except this one, remaining all surroundings for me. Except this one, remaining all surrounding for me. The system and surrounding is separated by boundary. You can see I wrote two types of the boundary, dotted line and clear line. Boundary, mathematically we are not considering the boundary. Boundary thickness we are considering 0 only. But the boundaries may be fixed, may be movable, may be real, may be imaginary. This dotted line by I shown, dotted lines may be imaginary. Like this room I selected, room windows are there. It may be imaginary. I opened the windows, but I felt that is the boundary. But the boundary is imaginary. Mass is entering, mass is leaving. But walls are real and sliding windows are there. So it is a movable. Doors we are opening and closing. So boundaries are four types. It may be real, it may be imaginary, it may be movable, it may be fixed. Based on the boundaries, we are classifying the systems. Without knowing boundary, we can't classify the system. Systems are classified by three types. One is closed system, another one is open system, another one is isolated system. Based on boundary behavior. Okay, now it is clear what is system, I think. System is defined a quantity of matter or region in space chosen for study. That's all. Except system, remaining all surroundings. Boundaries I already mentioned. It may be real, it may be imaginary, it may be fixed, it may be moved. First one, closed system. Suppose I selected a piston cylinder arrangement. You can select piston cylinder arrangement. Vessel is filled by fluid. It may be gas, it may be liquid, and covered by piston. Now I am heating. I am supplying heat. What it is happen? The fluid is absorbing heat, and expansion of the fluid will take place. Am I right? So piston will move from this position to this position. So this is the closed system. Am I right? All walls are real walls only closed. But controlled mass. Mass is not moving. Mass, 1 kg mass I selected in between the vessel and piston. That 1 kg mass only maintaining. So closed system or controlled mass system. One more name. And non-flow. Mass is not flowing from system to surrounding. It's fixed. In between the boundary only it is running. So closed system, three names are there: controlled mass and non-flow process. So I am applying first law of thermodynamics for non-flow process, means it is a closed system. Okay, here energy is crossing the boundary. The first point, energy is crossing the boundary. Second point, mass not crossing the boundary, but volume is changing. By heat absorption, volume is increasing. Heat rejection, volume is decreasing. Volume is changing, but mass is controlled. Next, the boundaries. All boundaries are real boundaries. You can see there is no imaginary boundary. Sorry. All boundaries are real boundaries only. There is no imaginary boundary. Next, boundaries may be fixed, may be movable. In this assumption, three boundaries are fixed, one boundary is movable. So this is a brief explanation of closed system. Closed system have three names: closed system, controlled mass, and non-flow process. Mass is crossing the not crossing the boundary, energy is crossing the boundary, volume is changing, and boundaries are real and movable. There is no imaginary boundary. Next, move to the open system. In the open system, you can select water heater or turbine, any one example. In water heater, household utilities we are using. Electrical immersion is there. Electrical coil connected to the water tank, heater tank, not water tank, heater tank. From upper head tank, water head, we are getting cool water. In the tank, we are heating. Whenever it is required, we are extracting the water from the water heater. This is a common phenomenon. You see, the shape of the system is not changing. In a closed system, shape volume is changing, increasing, decreasing. Here, water heater shape is changing. So here, controlled volume we are not changing. So open system, or one more name is controlled volume. Two types: open system, controlled volume. Next, and mass is crossing the boundary. Every time mass entry and mass leaving is taking place, means flow process. While it is entering, it has some energy. After heating the water, further gaining of the energy is taking place and it is leaving from the system. So it is a flow process. So open system, controlled volume, and flow process. Three names. They are defining the thermodynamics first law for flow process, or open system, or controlled volume. Next, you can see the boundaries are fixed boundaries. There is no movable boundaries. Volume is fixed means, yes, turbine shape we are changing. We are not changing turbine shape. We are not changing the water heater shape. Fixed. Volume is fixed. So all boundaries are fixed boundaries. There is no movable boundary. But the boundaries are real and imaginary. You can see Through the imaginary boundary only mass is entering and mass is leaving. In this room, through the imaginary boundary, windows and wall, from the windows only the air is coming inside the room. There is an imaginary boundary. We are assuming it's a boundary. So, through the imaginary boundary, mass entry, mass leaving takes place. So, the boundaries are fixed boundaries. There is no movable boundary, but it may be real or it may be imaginary. It's a combination of real and imaginary. Through the imaginary boundary only mass is leaving and mass is entering into the system. So here mass interaction is there, energy interaction is there, both. I think it is clear. Next, what is universe? Neither mass nor energy cross the boundary. Then it is called isolated system. Isolated system energy is constant. Why? Because there is no exchange. Whatever the energy is available for the isolated system, that energy is constant. So I am applying first law of thermodynamics for a closed system, open system and isolated system. And best example, the universe. Universe you selected as a system, then there is no neither mass nor energy crossing the boundary. The difference, basic difference between the closed system and open system. Closed system, controlled mass or non-flow. Open system, controlled volume and flow process. Here mass not crossing the boundary, closed system. Here mass also crossing the boundary. Heat and work crossing the boundary for both conditions. Here we are the boundaries are real and movable, but here the boundaries are real and fixed. Here there is no imaginary boundary for closed system. Here we may have imaginary boundaries. Through the imaginary boundary only mass entering and mass leaving is taking place. The shape of the in closed system, the shape always is changing based on the energy interaction. Mass is we concentrate on mass. Here we concentrate on volume. Volume is not changing. Shape of the system not changing. Mass entry, mass leaving is changing. I think this explanation is sufficient. Why? Because basic knowledge of system is required. Why? Because if you clearly understand the system, then you can apply the thermodynamics laws on system. System is nothing. Whatever you are interested to observe, what is your concentration? That's all. That is system. Remaining all surroundings for me. Okay. I think with this I am ending today's topic. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.